In today's class, we'll learn about convolution, convolution theorem with problems. First, we'll see what is the definition of convolution, then what is convolution theorem, and working procedure for the problems. So, in this lecture, we'll see one of the problem as using convolution theorem obtain the inverse Laplace transform of the function 1 upon s into s square plus a square. The solution of this problem we'll see now.
Hello students, in today's class we'll see convolution. So what is convolution? We'll see here. Definition: the convolution of two function f of t and g of t, usually denoted by f of t star g of t, is defined in the form of an integral as follows. That is, f of t into g of t, or f of t star g of t, is nothing but integration u from 0 to t f of u g of t minus u into du. So this is nothing but a convolution equation, I can say. So it defined as the convolution of two function f of t into g of t is given by integration from 0 to t f of u g of t minus u into du. So this is a statement for convolution. So what is convolution theorem? We'll see now. So convolution theorem is given by if Laplace transform of if Laplace inverse of f dash of s is equal to f of t and inverse Laplace of g dash of s is equal to g of t, then inverse Laplace of f dash of s into g dash of s is equal to integration u from 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du, or this can also be written as integration u from 0 to t f of t minus u into g of u into du, either f of u into g of t minus u or f of t minus u into g of u into du. Either of the form we are going to use. Means here what is going to be happen here. So from the given question we need to choose f dash of s and g dash of s, then we can apply this convolution theorem to the given situation. So here the question will be what here, find the inverse Laplace transform using convolution theorem. They will ask the question, so we need to apply this particular, especially either the first form or second form, both are same. Either of the form we need to use for to find the inverse Laplace using convolution. So we'll see the example now. So now before going to the particular example, we'll see what is the procedure. So here, computation of inverse Laplace transform using convolution theorem means we need to solve a given inverse Laplace transform using convolution theorem. So what is the procedure for that? We'll see. Step number, working procedure number 1. The given function is expressed as the product of two functions, and saying that f dash of s as one of the function and g dash of s, means we'll get one question. From that we need to collect f dash of s and g dash of s. So then once we collected f dash of s and g dash of s, in second step we need to find the inverse Laplace of f dash of s and inverse Laplace of g dash of s. So we need to find inverse Laplace of f dash of s. So we'll get f of t, and inverse Laplace transform of g dash of s will get g of t. So once we get inverse Laplace of f dash of t and g dash of t, then we can apply the convolution theorem as what here, inverse Laplace of f dash of s into g dash of s is equal to integration over 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du. So once we get this integration, we need to simplify this integral to obtain the required inverse solution of the given function here. So this is the steps, just to inform you how to proceed. So we'll see the exactly how we need to simplify this inverse Laplace transform using convolution theorem in the form of example. Now we'll see the first one as the problem is using convolution theorem obtain the inverse Laplace transform of the function 1 upon s into s square plus a square. So this question we need to solve particularly using convolution theorem. So solution. So we need to find the solution of this, that is we need to find inverse Laplace transform of 1 upon s into s square plus a square. We need to find the solution, but we need to find this solution using convolution theorem. What convolution theorem says? So we need to collect first what here, f dash of s and g dash of s. Now here this 1 upon s into s square plus a square. So here I will consider let f dash of s is equal to 1 upon s and g dash of s is nothing but 1 upon s square plus a square. So to think, so 1 upon s into 1 upon s square plus a square will get back this. So from this I have taken 1 upon s as f dash of s, 1 upon s square plus a square I have taken as what is g dash of s. So now if you multiply this, both will get back. So once we get f dash of s and g dash of s, what we need to do here? So we need to find the inverse Laplace of this. So therefore inverse Laplace of f dash of s is equal to inverse Laplace of 1 upon s, and here also we need to apply inverse Laplace. Inverse Laplace of g dash of s is equal to inverse Laplace of 1 upon s square plus a square. So once we get this, now so inverse Laplace of f dash of s is nothing but f of t. So inverse Laplace of 1 upon s is nothing but 1, and another function inverse Laplace of g dash of s is nothing but g of t, and inverse Laplace of 1 upon s square plus a square is nothing but sine of at divided by a. So here as we know that our formula is what we have, so it is nothing but integration of f dash inverse Laplace of f dash of s into g dash of s is nothing but integration 0 to t f of u into g of t. So means what I can say, f of u means t will be replaced by u, and here for the function in g, t will be replaced by t minus u. So the same thing I will manipulate here. So here what we need to do, replace t by u. So for this replace what here, t by u. So therefore what will you get, f of u, right hand side no function of t, it is as it is. So f of u is equal to 1, and here replace t by t minus u. So wherever you have t, you replace t minus u. So therefore we'll get g of t minus u is equal to sine of a into t minus u divided by a, which is nothing but I will rearrange this, multiply a, so it will become sine of at minus au divided by a. So this is the value of g of t minus u. So this arrangement we need to make first before applying what here, the convolution theorem. So we have the convolution theorem. So what is convolution theorem here? It is given by inverse Laplace of f dash of s into g dash of s is equal to integration u from 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du. Now we'll apply the things. So inverse Laplace of, so as we consider our f dash of s is 1 by s and g dash of s is what here, 1 upon s square plus a square. So what we have here, f dash of s is nothing but 1 upon s into g dash of s is 1 upon s square plus a square, is nothing but integration u from 0 to t f of u is nothing but 1 into g of t minus u. G of t minus u is sine of at minus au whole divided by a into du. So as we know that Laplace in 1 upon s into 1 upon s square plus a square is nothing but inverse Laplace of 1 upon s into s square plus a square, which is nothing but our required quotient itself. But here 1, leave it, 1 into anything is again what here, the value. So divided by a is there, so that a will take out 1 upon a into, so integration of sine of, or else I will write as it is. In the next step I will integrate u from 0 to t sine of at minus au divided by a into this a already had taken into du. So now we need to integration, or we do the integration. So integration from this integration of sine of at minus au with respect to u we need to integrate. Then we need to apply the upper and lower limits. So what is integration? Integration of sine of at minus au is nothing but, integration of sine is nothing but cos. So 1 upon a, so integration of sine of at minus au is nothing but, it is cos of at minus au divided by differentiation of at minus au with respect to u is nothing but, at minus au is nothing but minus, so sorry, integration of sine is what here, minus times cos of at minus au divided by differentiation of at minus au is nothing but, at is with respect to u is 0, minus au with respect to du is nothing, with u is nothing but minus a. Limit from 0 to t means we need to replace the value of u here. So therefore this minus cancels, 1 upon a, 1 upon a, it will be 1 upon a square into cos of at minus au limit from 0 to t. So we need to replace the value of u here. So therefore we'll apply upper and lower limit. What happens? 1 upon a as it is. If you apply upper limit, replace t by u, so it will become cos of au minus, here no t, it will become au upper limit, minus replace u by what here, 0. So sorry, so here we need to replace the value of u is equal to t. So this will become at minus at, this u will be replaced by t. So this u will be at will be as it is a into u. U will be replaced by t means at minus at minus. So replace u by 0 in the as a lower limit. It will become cos of at minus au. U is 0. A into 0 is 0. So please make this understanding again once again. So cos is nothing but cos of at minus au. Replace u by t. So therefore what happens, at will be as it is minus u will be replaced by t. It will become au will become at. So lower limit u will be replaced by 0. 0 into a is what here 0. So therefore at minus 0 is at minus 0 I have taken. Now on final simplification, 1 upon a square. So at minus at cancel. Cos of 0 is 1 minus cos of at minus 0 is what here, cos of at. So therefore I can conclude the answer here. So that inverse Laplace of 1 upon s into s square plus a square is nothing but 1 upon a square into 1 minus cos of at. So this is the required solution of the given function using convolution theorem.